even more information coming to light in the hashtag Free Britney Spears campaign. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This entire thing has just been insane. There has been years of information starting to come to light, just all over the internet. I don't know if I can exactly get into all of it here, but there is definitely one thing I want to show you. Well, maybe two. Well, a few things. But it's on one big thread, and then there's kind of a little separate thing I want to add to it. But yeah, so I have been following this thing like crazy since it broke. And the flood of support Britney is getting throughout this is mind-blowing. Her fans are coming to her defense like crazy, and people that's not even fans of hers is starting to speak out as information is coming to light. So if you don't know what's going on, go over and watch my first video about all of this. The link to it will be in the description below. Now, if you want to stay updated on this, go to Twitter. Put in hashtag Free Britney or hashtag Free Britney Spears and look at what everybody's posting. I'm talking about like interviews where she's obviously hinted to this. Interviews of other celebrities that have basically come out and said stuff about this, etc. News stories from over the years of her controversies. Once you put it all together, it's a horrifying story. Now there's a thread I want to show you now that someone put together on Twitter, and I can't say their name, but you will see it up at the top here, because part of their name YouTube don't like. Email the very bad word for the cat. Email that. So yeah, there's a lot to this, but I'm gonna read you the basics of it if you want to see it completely and in full, because there are some clips and stuff on here that YouTube might end up blocking this video worldwide. If I put it on to YouTube, I'll try to put it on to YouTube, but if it blocks the video, I'll have to go back and remove it and re-upload. So I will be putting I will be trying to put the on the description, but if I get blocked or anything for that, then you can always go to my Twitter, because I have retweeted this, and go follow them from there. Here we go. The truth about Britney Spears post. 2008 exposed. The shady dealings behind one of the largest civil rights violations in history. Hashtag Free Britney. It's not a secret that in 2007, Britney Spears went through a very public mental breakdown. She was struggling due to her divorce, postpartum depression, anxiety, and possible bipolar disorder. That's where her father decided to step in. Britney was placed under a temporary conservatorship in February of 2008. But what you probably don't know is how incredibly shady and fraudulent the whole process has been. Lou Taylor, the woman who happens to be Britney's current business manager, was the mastermind behind the conservatorship. I'll get into that woman later. Which, I don't think she ever went back to that. But let's keep going. In 2008, Britney tried to retain a lawyer, and they didn't let her because she was deemed incompetent. At the outset, Miss Spears thought of challenging the arrangement, according to Adam Sturzan, one of two lawyers whom she spoke to at the time. Mr. Sturzan said Miss Spears told him she was not comfortable with her father as conservator of her finances. It was clear to me that she seemed a bit agitated, Mr. Sturzan said, but my sense was that she did have the capacity to pick a lawyer and that she could make a rational decision. The judge, though, cited a recent medical evaluation, said the singer was not capable of hiring her own counsel. Mr. Streisand said he respected the doctor's opinion and went away. Britney was speaking to the lawyer that her dad got a restraining order against as early as February 2008, trying to get out of the conservatorship. The conservatorship was originally made temporary and made permanent at the end of 2008 for tour insurance. So they made it permanent in order for her to go on tour. So it was either let them do it or lose your job. In the public eye, Britney Spears seems to have made a remarkable recovery, but behind the scenes it seems she still needs to be under conservatorship permanently. Lawyers for the pop princess asked that the temporary co-conservatorship, which was due to end on December 31st, be made permanent on Tuesday afternoon in Los Angeles Superior Court. Commissioner Riva Gotez granted the request. The judge on the case, Riva Gotez, was accused of corruption, especially with prior conservatorships. Read the comments on her website. She's the one who made it permanent and approved it in the first place. And I will let you pause this to read it. But it basically talks about how she ignores the law to the point of even putting the conservatee into danger. And that she's ignored complaints to the point where whole trust funds and millions of dollars have gone missing due to the trustees, and leaving the conservatee, which would be someone like Britney, someone in control, without their money. And this judge just lets it happen. There's a lot of people that actually believe that it's because she's getting a piece of that money. Allegedly. The same judge tried to get Courtney Love in a conservatorship as well, mostly for financial reasons, as she owned the rights to Nirvana's catalog. Under a conservatorship, Britney, a 37-year-old woman, isn't allowed to freely vote or get married. But at the same time, she has toured the world 3 times since 2009 and released 3 albums since then. So she's okay to tour the world and be a money machine, but she's also a risk to herself and to the public to a point that she needs a guardian. So what, they're putting us all at risk since she needs a guardian? I think not. They're using her as a money slave. 2008, a crying Britney compares her conservatorship to being in jail. There's no excitement. There's no passion. And hopefully, YouTube will let us watch this without blocking the video. That makes me want to cry. Sorry guys, it does. In December of 2008, Wade Robson and Andre Fuentes, if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm probably not. Andre Fuentes, Britney's longtime friend and choreographer, quit Britney's tour because Jamie's team was drug testing them. They quit because they thought she wasn't emotionally well. 2009, January, the voicemail Britney left a lawyer aimed circus tour rehearsals about her kids being threatened. So it seems like the podcast was right, and they're keeping her quiet by threatening her kids. Listen to this.
Received January 21st at 12:29 a.m.
Hi, my name is Britney Spears. I called you earlier, but I'm calling again because I just wanted to make sure during the process of ending the conservatorship that my father said me several times that he'll take my children away. I just want to be guaranteed that everything will be fine with the process of you guys taking care
The scary part is if you listen to it, it sounds like she's whispering. Like she's trying to keep anybody else from hearing her. I can't help but listen to that and imagine her like sneaking off into a closet somewhere or a bathroom somewhere trying to contact someone for help. Which, by the way, her father ended up putting a restraining order on that lawyer so that he couldn't help her. 2009, January. Britney's former manager, Johnny Wright, says she is not ready to perform and was pushed and propped up as a show pony to make money, and he was her real manager, not Larry. Britney Spears' former manager claims she has made her comeback too soon. He said, "A comeback is not what I wish for Britney. All her essential relationships have been torn apart. She's been divorced twice. She doesn't have custody of her kids. She is being pushed back into being a money machine. Money machine. It's too soon for her to be a part of a manufactured machine that is pushing her to have to be a success." Britney released her latest album, Circus, to critical acclaim last year and is set to embark on a world tour later in 2009. So even this guy thought, she was being pushed back into it. He sounds more like somebody who cares about her mental health. Not her father or anyone else around her who just wants to push her to keep making money. 2009, March. Britney was meeting with Sam Lutfi's sister, trying to get out and get any help she could. Los Angeles. The sister of Britney Spears' former manager testified Wednesday that the pop singer said in recent months that she was afraid of her father and wanted help hiring her own lawyer. Attorney for Spears' father and conservatorship are seeking a long-standing restraining order against Osama Sam Lutfi, a manager and close confidant of the singer, during her personal meltdown that forbids him from contacting her. They reiterated Wednesday that in December and January, Lutfi violated an agreement between him and Jamie Spears not to contact the circus singer. That accord was reached last summer after Jamie Spears agreed not to seek an extension to a temporary restraining order. So anybody that tries to help Britney out of this, bam, restraining order. Just bam. April 2009, Jordan Miller, owner of Breathe Heavy, interviewing E! News about him poking at the conservatorship. Jamie Spears threatened to sue him over it. Again, I'm going to try to play this, but it's E! News, so I might have to end up taking it out.
Britney's biggest blogger revealed. E! News investigates the Britney website war. Hello everyone, I'm Elena Scantlin for E! News Now. As Britney Spears travels around the world with her circus, the founder of her most popular fan site faces a legal smackdown from Jamie Spears, who wants 21-year-old Jordan Miller to cease and desist his blog about Brit. E! News correspondent Jason Kennedy spoke with Jordan Miller, the founder of BreatheHeavy.com, who says his ongoing legal battle isn't with Britney, but with her dad.
Britney Spears pretty much told me, last fall he wanted the website shut down. He said it in, a few choice words that probably won't be able to air on TV, but, he told me he was going to destroy my website and, pretty much he was just livid and yelling at me.
As for why Brit's daddy is targeting his fan site, Jordan believes it's all due to his criticism of Jamie's rule over the pop star as co-executor of her conservatorship.
I really just am outspoken in the sense of, not completely understanding why she's placed under such restraint.
In 2009, Britney was contacting Sam because he was promising a lawyer. What he did was messed up, but Britney was trying to fight it desperately. That's why her dad got a restraining order against him. Entering his second hour on the witness stand, Britney Spears' father was the picture of misery. His shoulders sagged like he was carrying buckets of cement. His suit jacket flapped open and his tie lay crookedly across his barrel chest. His eyes were puffy and cast down, and his mouth drooped in the pronounced frown of a bulldog. Jamie Spears of Louisiana, native, known everywhere but the courthouse as Jamie, earned his living as a cook until 13 months ago when his famous daughter was confined to a hospital psychiatric ward for the second time. A judge set up a conservatorship that gave him control of virtually every aspect of the singer's personal life, as well as shared oversight of her business interests and empire of music and marketing with tons of millions. So he no longer has to be a cook because, you know, he's living off his daughter. But she also got a restraining order taken out on her behalf via Jamie to a lawyer that could have helped her. John Erdley, it was who she left the voicemail to. The lawyer who she left a voicemail to himself thought the conservatorship was a ruse. Another judge on the case, Ava Bobb, was also alleged to be corrupt. She granted the restraining orders against the lawyer that Britt was trying to hire to help her. Dishonorable judges pretend to retire early when they are exposed for their crimes as con artists. They often run and hide at ARC in Century City, CA, California, at alternative resolution centers where they continue to lie, cheat, and steal. Note, Bob does not get awards from the people, only other con artists who support and prosper from her greed and dishonest nature. She also had a history of corruption for particular conservatorship cases. These well-documented complaints about what she did wrong and her history of judicial misconduct, as you can see. And this basically talks about how she's responsible for the death of 2 people under a conservatorship. Britney was scared of Sam and only reached out to him out of desperation to try and get free. Yes, things were that bad. In early 2010, Britney was told she had a shot at getting out of the conservatorship. She was seen leaving the court with a huge smile on her face. Late 2010 is when they told Britney there was no end in sight. That same day, September 30th, Britney was seen crying in public. It was supposed to be a photo op post-conservatorship hearing to make her seem like she was fine with it. And if you look at her, though, man, she looks like she's been crying. She looks like she's been bawling her eyes out and she's faking a smile. September 30th, 2010. Britney Spears to remain under conservatorship. A judge ruled that Britney Spears' assets will remain under control of her father and attorney at a Thursday hearing in Los Angeles County Superior Court, TMZ reported. In the summer of 2010, TMZ was writing fluff pieces saying Britney was in control, despite years of reports of Britney herself saying she couldn't drive or have a cell phone. And for proof of that, we're going to go here.
Look at cows? Does everybody know what we're doing?
Yep.
Except me.
Except you.
We're going in the wilderness.
We're going
For a big hike today.
No, we're not.
Did you bring your boots?
No.
Didn't you bring the boots?
I got them.
We're going on a hike.
It's so beautiful. There's a picnic and everything.
nice picnic up all the way on the mountain. We're gonna take horses up there too. And a donkey. Have you ever ridden a donkey before?
No.
When did you last feel free?
When I got to drive my car a lot. A car? Is that my car? I love driving my car. There's something about being able to drive your car that allows freedom. And I haven't been able to drive my car.
2011, Britney saying she doesn't own a phone. I don't own a cell phone. I'm constantly cleaning my house. My favorite drink is sweet iced tea. I love Lucy. I love Lucy too. I make my own bed every morning. In 2012, the first corrupt judge, Riva Gotez, signed off on having Britney do X Factor and having Jason Trawick, I don't know how to pronounce that, Britney's partner at the time, as co-conservator. The freaking judge gave Jason, her partner, the okay to be her co-conservator during a hearing where Britney wasn't even present. He was also set to become her conservator if they were to be wed, which was insane given the abuse allegations against him. World exclusive audio. Britney Spears, my boyfriend beat me up. Look how terrified she looks, man. Imagine a person that beats you up having complete and utter control over everything you do. That is the ultimate abusive relationship. 2012, Britney staying quiet when she was engaged to Jason after he was set to become her conservator. I know this one will get me blocked.
Hey Brad, how are ya? Britney Spears at the Grove with Jason Trawick. They were just coming from mixology. Asked her, Britney, are you cool with having a conservatorship for the rest of your life?
So I'll probably have to cut that one out. 2013, Jason resigns, and it's done so quick despite so many stories saying how much work it is for Brit to get out of the sea ship. She has to petition, but he's quickly removed and added as her conservator with control of her life. And that's it for that, but there is one more thing I want to show you guys. Now, here's something super scary, and some of you may not believe it because of the source, but Courtney Love, keep in mind, 12 years ago, Courtney Love tried to tell the world about Harvey Weinstein. Now we know she was telling the truth. Well, back in 2009, Courtney Love said that Britney Spears' dad molested her. She had actually taken to Twitter and made a rant saying Britney's dad molested her. Imagine the father that molested you owning you for slavery while you're forced to sing songs picked for their sexual content every night. Insane, right? I have it on first-hand authority. And fight as hard as she is and does, she still didn't pull that card. It's a pride thing I can relate to. However they want to play dirty, let's go. I'm so not afraid of the little trolls who hit this when I was effed up, who are called lawyers. Let's go. And they never, Britney Spears camp never said anything about Love's claims. So there was no denial to it at all. And that is a scary thought. That is a scary thought that this man may have molested her, may still be molesting her, and has complete and utter control over her life. And just everything else that we've read here, it's... Do you see the scary story that this is building around her? and how she's a slave to being a money machine for these people. It's scary, and she needs help, and real authorities need to come forward and help her, who's not going to take a freaking bribe. Like FBI or something, or whoever would investigate something like this when the authorities in the state itself are failing to do their job. I just wanted to fill you guys in on all the stuff I had learned today about what's going on in hashtag Free Britney, hashtag Free Britney Spears. So yeah, help me get this out to like everybody so people can be updated. Share this out. I want to know what you think about this down in the comments below. So let's have a conversation and thumbs this up so that we can get it up in search so other people can find it and help make videos off of it and such. And if you're new here, subscribe. I'd love to have you in the conversation. And until next time, peace.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.